All right. So what are we gonna do first? Maybe the onion, shallot. Mushrooms. All right, mushrooms. All right, guys, we're gonna make some fried rice. I'm making a veggie fried rice. Okay, so I'm just gonna have shallots, mushrooms, I don't know, whatever the hell we have over here. I don't even know what I got. What is this? Zucchini. All right, so we're gonna take some celery. What's up, people? Wagwan. Back into his house. Been gone for a little bit. I've been busy. Busy. So right now we're just gonna make a fried rice, and then I'm also gonna make some brown stew chicken. So if you have time and you want to hang around, man. So veggie fried rice first, and then we'll get the brown stew chicken on after. All right. So let me see what's going on here. All right, let's get this going. What else I got here? I got some baby broccoli. We call this broccolini, guys. This is good. I like this. So let's take off these little baby leaves. Right? All right. Fried rice it is, man. So what I like to do with this is cut them like that. And then I want these in the fried rice, so I cut them really thin. Then I leave like this much. All right? Let's get this over on our plate too. You know what I'm missing, right? Can't miss this, guys. What's up? Don't care, still don't care. You understand? All right, so also I got some, what is this, Shanghai bok choy. So you see the leaves are light, so this have to use. So I gotta use this today. All right, so I'm just gonna cut it right there. And then I want some of this in the fried rice, so I'm gonna shred it just a little. And then I like to leave them big like this. Okay, so we have that in there. All right, what else we have? What else we have, guys? Zucchini. Let's take a piece of it like this much. Yeah, Because of veggie fried rice, you know, veggie fried rice, you can put anything you want in there. You understand? Anything you want in there, guys. Alright, so with these, we're just gonna cut them in little cubes, so this way they cook fast, right? So you want it to cook quick. So you want it like that. I don't want too much of this in there. I'm gonna do maybe 1 more, 2 more, that's it. Normally this is good with squash, but we don't have no damn squash. So we have zucchini. Alright, so zucchini goes where the mushrooms and everything. Now we have carrots. These are organic carrots. Right? Red, yellow, and purple. So I think for this one, I don't have too much color, so maybe I use some red. Okay? So let me get the peeler. Yeah, let's just use the red. This is not like orange, this is more the natural color that it would be. You understand? So, and these are organic. We have a lot of farms around here, so we get them from the farm, but I think, I don't know, maybe Whole Foods or one of those type of places would have them. You know, we have farmers markets here that we get all the original color carrots before they made them orange. All right, so these now, all we do, we want to get these cut up fine. All right. Thanks for the sub, appreciate it. See, so just cut them up fine. All right, so that's the carrots. Now, ginger, do I put in the ginger? Ginger. I don't know. I'm putting some ginger. Just a little piece. I don't want to overpower it. You know what? I might just put it with the eggs and then take it out. That's what I'm gonna do with the ginger. Put it with the eggs, take it out. All right, so get this to the side. And then the last thing I have that I want in here to make this a true delicious veggie fried rice. I'll put this over here. Is aloha pepper. So let me go get the aloha pepper. And these are called aloha peppers. You see them? See the different colors like? Right? Look. So it's like a mixture of red, orange, and it's in between a sweet and yellow. So it's called an aloha pepper. So all I'm gonna do is just take a piece of it, because I don't need much of the pepper in there. Okay. And then chop these up pretty small too. And it's gonna be the best fried rice y'all ever had. Matter of fact, I'll just leave that right here. Okay? So now, let's turn on the fire. Turn on the fire, turn on the heat. So what I'm gonna use, this is my Scotch bonnet oil. And I take Scotch bonnet peppers, pimento, and some thyme, and I just let it sit in there and marinate. This is incredible. And then we're gonna also use a little bit of sesame oil, some Shaoxing wine, hoisin, and soy sauce. You understand? So let's get this heated up. And let me also get another secret recipe. Butter and ghee. We need ghee. You understand? Ghee, guys, is clarified butter. So all it is the butter without the milk. Okay? So it's just solid fats. I buy it in the jar, but of late I've been buying it like this. That way I can control how much I use and stays in the fridge. And the most important thing, once we got all of those goodies, is we can't forget day-old rice. Right? So the first thing I like to do is take the ghee, add it in the pot. Once that ghee eats up, it'll tell me it's warm. I'm gonna take a little of this ginger and put it in the pot too. Then we're gonna take the ginger out. I just want the ginger in there just to get some flavor going. That's it, guys. Flavor. Everything is flavor. And then we got our butter. Duty pot. This is the one I use on the food truck. Okay, so this you really need, what do you call it? A gas stove. That's what this is better with than the electric stove. Because when the flame comes up, it heats everything properly. So, but that's it. Anyway, I'm not going to do too much talking today. Today is just cooking. You guys can jump in and out, leave a comment, hang out with me. All right. So that ginger is pretty much marinated. So once it gets a little bit more hot, just a little bit, we're gonna crack our eggs, use our eggs in there, okay? And I have jumbo egg because I love eggs in fried rice. All right? And I'm gonna put a little bit of this butter, even though we're gonna add more a little later on. Because this is just for the eggs, okay? So the reason why I do that, I can see how hot the pan is, right? Scotch egg, yeah, they make big eggs. All right, guys, some water. All right. So let's get the eggs in there. We just crack them and put them in. Now with this egg, I like to just mix it up like this. I'm not going to do much to it. Just let it cook. Give it a light mix so it kind of turns like, what do you call it? Like a scrambled egg almost. Right? Delicioso, I'll tell you. All right, that's almost done. So let's get our egg in this pot. See? And then now we're just gonna get everything done now. And this is how we move quick. This is high speed from now on, guys. You understand? Fast like lightning. All right. So now we'll take the Scotch bonnet oil. Oops. A little bit of oil in there. We use this sesame oil. Now the sesame oil, I don't use a lot of this. It's just like to give it a quick little extra hint of something. That nutty flavor, right? Once I get those in there, we're gonna put in our mushrooms and our squash and even the onions. Okay, I get this cooking before I put the rice in. And once the mushrooms is done, then I'm gonna add in carrots, celery, the broccoli, all that good stuff. You understand? All right. Let me get another spoon. So what I do with this now, even though you could just stir fry this up, like most people will, just to help it along, we have some veggie broth that we made yesterday. You know we always stay with the broths, right? And then just some tips, not much. We want to give it a chance to dry up. 'Cause remember, we're making fried rice, so we don't want to steam rice, fried rice. But it's a hella veggie fried rice, this. All right. I let that go. And then, you know what else I forget I need? Probably good to have. Can't have fried rice without green peas. You know this, right, guys? Right? All right, come on. Let's go. So with my fried rice, I keep it real simple, nothing crazy. I have a little kosher sea salt here. I add a little bit of this. And then from there, it's just a Shaoxing wine, hoisin sauce, and soy sauce. That's pretty much it. So just a little to help get those cooking a little bit more, because the salt will draw out more water. Right? And what I like to do is add a little of the soy sauce from now. So when you put the rice in, it automatically starts getting that dark color. You understand? All right, guys, look here. So these are pretty much cooked. Let's make sure before we add anything to it. Yep. So here go my stages. Okay. Now I start adding the rice. Day-old rice. You gotta have day-old rice. Can't cook fried rice with same-day rice. I mean, I'm sure you can, but it's not as good to me. All right. So we got the rice in there. Now I'm gonna start adding stuff. The greens. What we got here? These broccolis gotta go in there because they take a little while to cook too. Okay. And let's stir fry this up. I'm gonna add a little bit more rice. And then now, I take the Shaoxing wine. Shaoxing wine. Get that in there. Soy sauce. Hoisin sauce. Normally I have some oyster sauce, but I don't have any, so I just got to use these. All right, so now let's get the rest of these in there. So we have our celery, carrots, our lower peppers, Shanghai bok choy, the fully loaded veggie fried rice. And I'm making a mess. Now this is coming along good, boy. Yeah, let's see. I already know it needs more seasoning. Yep. Put some green peas in there. And then we're gonna add some butter. Gotta add the butter. Turn the fire down just a little. And then a little more soy sauce. Whoop. Create a mess, guys. Look at that. I hate when my kitchen counter is dirty, man. Drives me crazy. All right, so look here, guys. Let me show you. See how it's coming along? That's a fried rice. Come on. Come on, guys. Looking delicious. Now, a little bit more Shaoxing wine. And some MSG. Don't tell nobody. You don't need to put MSG in yours, but I do. I put it in mine. Okay? Now look. Fried rice is done. Done and dusted, guys. Another taste. Let me show you. Look. Let me move this butter out the way. Now, we almost forgot the egg. I knew something was missing. Let's get the egg in there. Get that egg in there, guys. fried rice without egg. That'd be crazy.